Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna was done at one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Oh, sorry, beta. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण 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 हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री राधि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री राधि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री स्वामी गौर भक्त वृंदा श्री कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
devotees,
Hare,
Dhanar Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Thank you very much for joining today. Actually, Lavanya is going to join in some time. Please do one more round, okay? In another 6-8 minutes. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can we start, Prabhuji? I'm sharing my screen. Hare Krishna, Girish Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Are you able to hear me? Hare Krishna. Sorry.
Yes, Mataji.
Sorry for delay. The water went. Okay. Yeah.
Mataji means I can host and I can share my screen, Mataji.
You want to do Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, you can do Prabhuji.
Can you make me host? Mataji, can you make me host?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Yes. Otherwise, today I'll do Prabhuji. Tomorrow you can do Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll start the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakhaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhujis and Matajis, for joining today's call. Let me open today's. Samyukta Mataji, which is the last one, Mataji?
Mataji chapter finish అయింది Mataji.
ఇప్పుడు ఏం చదవాలి ఇవాళ?
చైతన్య చరిత్ర.
CC 14th chapter or 15th?
14th Mataji.
Okay. Yeah. Are you able to see Prabhujis and Matajis?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. You can start Samyukta Mataji. Chapter 14, Adi Leela.
Yes, Mataji. Adi Leela, chapter 14, Lord Chaitanya's childhood pastimes. Shall I read the summary, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. So we'll understand something.
Okay, Mataji. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura has given a summary of this chapter in his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya. In the 14th chapter, there is a description of how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enjoyed his childhood pastimes, crawling, crying, eating dirt, and giving intelligence to his mother, favoring a Brahmana guest, riding on the shoulders of two thieves, and misleading them to his own house, and on the plea of being deceased, taking prasadam in the house of Hiranya and Jagadisha on the Ekadashi day. The chapter further describes how he displayed himself as a naughty boy, how when his mother fainted, he brought a coconut to her on his head, how he joked with girls of the same age on the banks of the Ganges, how he accepted worshipful paraphernalia from Srimati Lakshmi Devi, how he sat down in a garbage pit and instructed his mother in transcendental knowledge, how he left the pit on the order of his mother, and how he dealt with his father with full affection.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Sanya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Dandavad Pranam. You can start, Mataji.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Things that are things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if one does not remember him, even easy things become very difficult. To this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances. Purport. In his book Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati says, one who receives a little favor from the Lord becomes so exalted that he does not care even for liberation, which is sought after by many great scholars and philosophers. Similarly, devotee of Lord Chaitanya considers residence in the heavenly planets a below the wisp. He surpasses the perfection of mystic yoga power because for him the senses are like snakes with broken fangs. A snake is a very fearful and dangerous animal because of his poison fangs, but if these fangs are broken, the appearance of a snake is no cause for fear. The yoga principles are meant to control the senses, but there is no scope for the senses of one engaged in service of the Lord to dangerous like snakes. These are the gifts of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Hari Bhakti Vilasa confirms that difficult things become easy to understand if one remembers Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and easy things become very difficult to understand if one forgets him. We actually see that even those who are very great scientists in the eyes of the general public cannot understand the very simple idea that life comes from life because they do not have the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They define the false understanding that life comes from matter, although they cannot prove that this is a fact. Modern civilization, therefore, progressing on the basis of the false scientific theory, is simply creating problems to be solved by the so-called scientists. The author of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to describe the pastimes of his appearance as a child, because one cannot write the transcendental literature by mental speculation. One who writes about the Supreme Personality of Godhead must be especially favored by the Lord. Simply by academic qualification, it is not possible to write such literature. Thank you, Mataji.
It says like we have to surrender to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so that our task will become easy. Because here Krishnadas Kaviraja Goswami is going to narrate the stories, right? So he's accepting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a supreme, and he's surrendering to him so that his task will become easy. And here one thing, like how can we, like snakes are poisonous, right? Because of their poisonous fangs. But manam coral fangs, coral peekes snake panikirad, like it becomes like poisonless, right? So that's what we have to use our senses. We have senses and they are very dangerous if we use in our sense gratification. But if we use our senses in the glorification of Krishna, Rishikesha, then our senses become purified and we are not, the senses are not like dangerous. Yeah, that's what here quoting. So here, if we have to do any task, we have to take the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so that our task will become easy. That's what here saying. It's like glorifying. Yeah, I'll read this. Hare Krishna. Translation. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, and all the devotees of the Lord Chaitanya. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. I have thus described the brief advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who appeared as the son of Mother Sachi Devi, exactly as Krishna appeared as the son of Mother Yashoda. Purport. Srila Narottam Dasa Tagore confirms this statement that now Lord Krishna, the son of Mother Yashoda, has appeared again as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, becoming the son of Mother Sachi. Brajendra Nandanaye Sachisuta Hailase Balarama Ha Ila Nitai. The son of Sachi is none other than the son of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, and Nityananda Prabhu is the same as Balarama. Yeah. Sapan Kumar Prabhuji? Sapan
Hare
Kumar
Krishna.
Prabhuji? Would you like to read, Prabhuji?
Yes. Translation. I have briefly spoken about the pastimes of his birth in chronological order. Now I shall give a synopsis of his childhood pastimes.
Now he's going to explain all these. He also does like Krishna, all naughty things. Yeah. Yes,
Let me
Prabhu.
offer my respectful obeisances unto the childhood pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Lord Krishna himself. Although such pastimes appear exactly like those of an ordinary child, they should be understood as various pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Bhagavad Gita 9:11, this statement is confirmed as follows. Avajananti mam mudha manusim tanum asritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my supreme dominion over all that be. To execute his pastimes, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears on this planet or within this universe like an ordinary human being or human child. Yet he maintains his superiority as Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna appeared as a human child, but his uncommon activities, even in his childhood, like killing of the demon Putana or lifting of the Govardhan hill, were not engagements of an ordinary child. Similarly, although the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, as they will be described in this chapter, appear like activities of a small boy, they are uncommon pastimes, impossible for an ordinary human child to execute. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, here it says like Avajananti Muda, like Buddhihin. They think like Krishna is like an ordinary person, like human being. He is doing all whatever our child can do, he is doing. But he is not ordinary human being. He is transcendental. But he appeared as a human being, but he is not in a ordinary human being. That's what they are saying. Some of the transcendental qualities, like he killed Putana at the age of 6 days or 10 days. I'm not exactly known, but before 10 days, he killed Putana. Can our kids or somebody with the age of 10 days can kill one person? No, right? So that's what they're saying. And he lifted Govardhana hill at the age of 7 years. Can somebody lift the Govardhana hill, which is like 20 crore miles something, and that too with the left hand. Left hand is weaker, right? Compared to right hand. That too with the small little finger. Little finger is the weakest point in our body. That too he lifted for 7 days and 7 nights. Can somebody do with the age of 7 years? So it's not possible. Only Krishna can perform all these transcendental pastime. Although he has taken birth as a human, like ordinary human being. That's what he is saying. Yes. Yeah, Samyukta Mataji.
माताजी माताजी राज प्रभु जी చదవలే మాతాజీ
చదవలేదు. ఓ హరే కృష్ణ రాజు ప్రభుజీ, సారీ ఐ ఫర్గాట్. నేను కూడా చదివాను కాకపోతే మీరు ఫస్ట్ మాట్లాడారు కదా, నేను అదే అనుకో. సారీ ప్రభుజీ.
పర్లేదు.
చదవండి ప్రభుజీ.
Translation. In his first childhood pastimes, the Lord turned upside down while lying on his bed, and thus he showed his parents the marks of his lotus feet. Purport. The word uttana is also used to mean lying down on the bed face upwards, or lying down flat on the bed. In some readings, the word is uttana, which means standing up. In his childhood pastime, the Lord tried to catch the wall and stand up, but as an ordinary child falls down. So the Lord also fell down and again took to lying on his bed. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. This is all this ఉంటది కదా, క్రాలింగ్, స్టాండింగ్, వాకింగ్, అలాంటి స్టెప్స్ చెప్తున్నారు అన్నట్టు ఇక్కడ మహాప్రభువి. They look like ordinary, but they are not ordinary because he is not ordinary, right? So, yes, Prabhuji, you can read one more. Raju Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
You can
read. Yeah, translation. When the Lord tried to walk, in his small footprints, the specific marks of the Lord Vishnu were visible, namely the flock, thunderbolt, conch shell, a disc, and fish.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, but there are 19, I think, right, Prabhuji? Anybody remembers 19 auspicious marks on his lotus feet? Yeah. So
Yes,
there were like
Mataji.
19 auspicious marks on his lotus feet. So whenever he turns upside down, like he could, like nobody sees auspicious mark. Only the devotees who have faith in him, they can see. That's what he is saying. His parents can able to see, and some of the devotees can be able to see his lotus marks on his lotus feet, especially flag, thunderbolt, conch shell, disc, and fish. I'll share with you because these are auspicious signs, and they resemble some of these things. So I'll share that one, Prabhuji and Mataji. Yes, Samyukta Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Seeing all these marks, neither his father nor his mother could understand whose footprints they were. Thus, struck with wonder, they could not understand how those marks could be possible in their home.
Yeah, you can read, Mataji. Just continue.
Okay. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Jagannatha Mishra said, certainly child Krishna is with Shaligrama Shila. Taking his childhood form, he is playing within the room. Purport. When the form of the Lord is carved from wood, stone, or any other element, it is to be understood that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is there. Even logically, we can understand that all material elements are expansions of the energy of the Lord. Since the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not different from his personal body, the Lord is always present in his energy, and he manifests himself on account of the ardent desire of a devotee. Since the Lord is supremely powerful, it is logical that he can manifest himself in his energy. Deity worship or worship of the Shaligrama Shila is not ideal worship. The deity of the Lord in the house of a pure devotee can act exactly as he can in his original transcendental personality. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, Mataji, Shaligrama Shila అందరి దగ్గర ఉండవు కదా Mataji?
వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉంది మాతాజీ, బికాస్ దే వర్షిప్ విష్ణు, రైట్? వాళ్ళు ఏమనుకుంటున్నారంటే ఈ ఫుట్ ప్రింట్స్ అన్ని యాక్చువల్ గా శాలిగ్రామ శిల కృష్ణుడిది కదా. సో కృష్ణుడు మళ్ళీ చిన్న, like he has taken childhood form and he is roaming in the room. That's why we can see this childhood. మేము ఈ ఫింగర్ ప్రింట్, ఇదేంటి ఫుట్ ప్రింట్స్ చూస్తున్నాము, ఇవన్నీ కృష్ణునివే అని వాళ్ళు అనుకుంటున్నారు. యాక్చువల్లీ హిట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ అదేంటి చైతన్య మహాప్రభు ఫుట్ ప్రింట్స్, రైట్? బట్ వాట్ దే ఆర్ థింకింగ్, ఓహో శాలిగ్రామ శిల అంటే కృష్ణుడే, సో కృష్ణుడు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాడు శిలలో, కాబట్టి చైల్డ్హుడ్ ఫామ్ తీసుకొని అప్పుడప్పుడు ఈ రూమ్ లో నడుస్తున్నాడు కావచ్చు, అందుకే ఇలా పడుతున్నాయని వాళ్ళు అనుకుంటున్నారు. అర్థమైందా?
ఎస్ మాతాజీ.
వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు కదా చైతన్య మహాప్రభుజే కృష్ణుడు అని. మళ్ళీ తర్వాత ఒకవేళ అట్లా తెలిస్తే ఆ రెసిప్రొకేషన్ అవన్నీ ఇంటిమసీ ఉండదు కదా మాతాజీ. అందుకు ఎలా కృష్ణుడు అయితే యశోదా మాతకి నందబాబాకి తెలియకుండా అన్ని పాస్ట్ చేస్తారో, సేమ్ ఇట్లా చేస్తున్నారు. And they are a Brahmina family, Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Devi, right, Mataji? So they worship Shaligram Shila. Most of the, you know, right? Yeah. They are stanch devotees. Yeah. Yeah. Sanjay Mataji?
మాతాజీ హియరింగ్ మోడ్ మాతాజీ. హియరింగ్ మోడ్ లో ఉన్నారు.
పెట్టారా? ఓకే,
పెట్టారు.
Translation. While Mother Sachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra were talking, child Nimai woke up and began to cry. The mother Sachi took him on her lap and allowed him to suck her breast. Translation. While Mother Sachi was feeding the child from her breast, she saw on his lotus feet all the marks that were visible on the floor of the room, and she called for Jagannath Mishra. When Jagannath Mishra saw the wonderful marks on the soul of his son, he became very joyful and privately called for Nilambara Chakravarti. When Neelambar Chakravarti saw those marks, he smilingly said, "Formerly, I ascertained all this by astrological calculation and noted it in writing. There are 32 bodily marks that symptomize a great personality, and I see all those marks on the body of this child." Yeah. Yeah, Raju Prabhuji? Yeah, you can.
32 bodily symptoms of a great personality. 5 of his bodily parts are large, 5 fine, 7 reddish, 6 raised, 3 small, 3 broad, and 3 grave. Purple. The 5 large parts are the nose, arms, chin, eyes, and knees. The 5 fine parts are the skin, fingerprints, teeth, hair on the body, hair on the head. The 7 reddish parts are the eyes, soles, palms, palate, nails, and upper and lower lips. The 6 raised parts are the chest, shoulders, nails, nose, waist, and mouth. The 3 small parts are the neck, things, and the male organ. The three broad parts are the waist, forehead, and chest. The 3 gray parts are the navel, voice, and the existence. Altogether, these are the 32 symptoms of a great personality. This quotation from the Samudrika, Hare Krishna.
It is describing the body parts, correct body parts of the Lord. It is 32. You can see some of those. Yeah. Yeah. Sapan Kumar Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, I'll read this one. Translation.
What you can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah. This baby has all the symptoms of Lord Narayana, and on his palms and soles, he will be able to deliver all the 3 worlds. This child will preach the Vaishnava cult and deliver both his maternal and paternal families. Only Narayana himself or his bona fide representative can preach the cult of Vaishnavism or devotional service. When a Vaishnava is born, he delivers both his maternal and paternal families simultaneously.
So Neelambar Chakravarti is Sachi Devi's father, right? So he knows astrological calculation. So now he was telling everything, like he has some Narayana features, and he was saying the auspicious marks on his food. That's what he's saying. He is born to preach the Vaishnava cult. He is great Vaishnava. Like that he's saying. Yeah, you can read Prabhuji. Sapan Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. I propose to perform a name-giving ceremony. We should observe a festival and call for Brahmanas because today is very auspicious. Purport. It is a Vedic principle to observe a festival in connection with Narayana and Brahmanas. Giving a child a particular name is among the purificatory process known as Dasavida Samskara. And on the day of such a ceremony, one should observe a festival by worshipping Narayana and distributing prasadam, chiefly among the Brahmanas. When Neelambara Chakravarti, Sachi Mata, and Jagannatha Mishra understood from the marks on the Lord's lotus feet that child Nimai was not an ordinary child, but an incarnation of Narayana, they decided that on the very same day, which was very auspicious, they should observe a festival for his name-giving ceremony. In this connection, we can particularly see how an incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead is ascertained by his bodily symptoms. His activities and prediction of the Shastras. By factual evidence, a person can be accepted as an incarnation of God, not whimsically or by votes of rascals and fools. There have been many imitation incarnations in Bengal since the appearance of Lord Chaitanya, but any impartial devotee or learned man can understand that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was an accepted incarnation of Krishna, not on basis of popular votes, but by evidence from Shastras and bona fide scholars. It was not ordinary men who accepted Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the beginning, his identity was ascertained by learned scholars like Nilambar Chakravarti, and later all his activities were confirmed by the 6 Goswamis, especially Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami, and many other learned scholars with evidence from the Shastra. An incarnation of God is such from the very beginning of his life. It is not that by performing meditation one can become an incarnation of God all of a sudden. Such false incarnations are meant for fools and rascals, not sane men. Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes.
So, Mataji, I think one important point that I can understand from this is that the last 2 lines, it is referring to people who gain siddhis and
Yes.
try to become incarnations. But
Yes.
it is said that you cannot become an incarnation by practice or by gaining powers.
Yes.
So you have to be born as an incarnation. You cannot convert into incarnation.
Yes, Prabhuji, correct. Because incarnation has the same features like God, right, Prabhuji? So they can, it's like a birth, you can see from the birth itself, right? We are seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji from birth. He has all auspicious marks and he's doing whatever Krishna does, right? So he's incarnation. It's not like they are saying he's incarnation and I am getting this because of incarnation. He's having all the bodily features and all the transcendental qualities as Krishna. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. So we should not believe all these false incarnations. Like somebody says, I am this Kalki avatar, I am this avatar, I am this avatar, and I am this. So we should not. We have to take this Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. We have to take the reference and evidence from the Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Otherwise, we cannot say this is incarnation. Yeah. Yeah. Samyukta Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Translation. In the future, this child will protect and maintain all the world. For this reason, he is to be called Vishwambara. But the Chaitanya Bhagavata confirms that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his birth, has made the whole world peaceful. As in the past, Narayana protected this earth in his incarnation as Varaha. Because of his protecting and maintaining this world in the present Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Vishwambara, which refers to one who feeds the entire world. The movement inaugurated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was present 500 years ago is again being propagated all over the world. And factually, we are seeing its practical results. People are being saved, protected, and maintained by this Hare Krishna movement. Thousands of followers, especially Western youths, are taking part in this Hare Krishna movement, and how safe and happy they feel can be understood from the expressions of the gratitude in their hundreds and thousands of letters. The name Vishwambara is also mentioned in the Atharva Veda Samhita 3.3.16.5. Vishwambara Vishvenama Bharasha Pahi Swaha.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. So here, here they are describing different names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here, with this Neelambara Chakravarti, he is saying this child is like he can be called as Vishwambara. Vishwa Ambara, like he is giving shelter to all the world. That's what Vishwa Ambara. Vishwa means over the world. Ambara means giving shelter. That means he is giving shelter for devotees by giving Hare Krishna movement, right? That's what he calculated his name and he said Vishwambara. And one more thing, Gaurahari, right? Do you remember Gaurahari? Who gave Gaurahari name to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? While reading, we came across Gaurahari, one of the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mataji's, Prabhuji's, are you there? Yeah, Gaurahari name. Ela vachindi Gaurahari name Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji ki? Yeah, when in the childhood he was like crying, right? He's crying lot, right? So the like neighborhood girls, neighborhood mothers came and they used to say Hari 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 Hari. So he has to stop the crying. That's what they gave Gaura Hari, right? Do you remember that pastime?
గుర్తులేదు మాతాజీ నాకు.
Samyukta Mataji?
విన్నాను, ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన తర్వాత గుర్తొచ్చింది.
అలా
మీకు చెప్పాక గుర్తుకొస్తుంది మాతాజీ. Yes, గౌరహరి.
తర్వాత అది విష్ణుప్రియ మాతాజీ లైక్ అద్వైత ప్రభు వాళ్ళ వైఫ్ వచ్చి తనకి ఒక నేమ్ ఇస్తుంది. ఏమిస్తుంది? హరే కృష్ణ
నిమ్మాయ మాతాజీ.
నిమాయ్.
నిమాయ.
Because he has born under the neem tree and neem is disinfecting, right? It's like antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. These has the qualities of disinfection. It purifies, right? Neem అందుకే మనం వేప చాలా వాటిలలో యూజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం disinfecting లాగా, right? హరే కృష్ణ.
Yes, Mataji.
So that's what he's in disinfecting the entire world. That's what he's given Nimai, and is also born under the neem tree. So we have seen Nimai and Gaurahari and now Vishwambara, because he is giving shelter to all the world by preaching Hare Krishna movement, by spreading Hare Krishna movement, right? Yeah. Yeah, translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. After hearing Neelambar Chakravarti's prediction, Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra observed the name-giving festival in great joy, inviting all the Brahmanas and their wives. Purport. In the Vedic system, to observe all kinds of festivals, including birthday festivals, marriage festivals, name-giving festivals, and festival marking the beginning of education, by especially inviting Brahmanas in every festival, the Brahmanas are to be fed first, and when the Brahmanas are pleased, they bless the festival by chanting the Vedic mantras or Hare Krishna Mahamantra. అక్కడ దశవిధి శాస్త్ర అని ఒకటి వచ్చింది. అంటే మనం 10 రకాలుగా లైక్ ఫెస్టివల్స్ చేస్తామని. ఒకటి పుట్టగానే నేమింగ్ సెరిమనీ చేస్తాం. తర్వాత ఇంకా వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు అక్షరాభ్యాసము అని, లైక్ చదువుకునేటప్పుడు అక్షరాభ్యాసము అది చేస్తాం. మళ్ళీ తర్వాత బాయ్స్ కి అయితే అది ఏంటి ఉపనయనం అలా చేస్తారు. ఇంకా మ్యారేజ్ ఫెస్టివల్ చేస్తారు. ఇంకా అలాంటివి ఉంటాయి కదా. సో ఈచ్ ఫెస్టివల్ దే ఆర్ expressing we have to express our this respect and gratitude towards the Brahmanas by calling him and feeding them. If Brahmanas are pleased, then they'll give blessings. So we have to respect Brahmanas and we have to call Brahmanas during these festivals. So they are also celebrating name giving ceremony to Vishwambara. Yeah, this you can read. Yeah, Sapan Kumar Prabhuji.
Hello Mataji, Sapan is driving, so I will read on his behalf.
Yes, Mataji, you can read.
Okay, so the purport, the translation, right?
Yeah, highlighted part. Yeah.
Okay. So translation. After some days, the Lord began to crawl on his knees, and he caused various wonderful things to be seen. Purport. The Chaitanya Bhagavata describes that one day, while the Lord was crawling upon his knees, the bells on his waist ringing very sweetly, a snake came out to the crawl in the yard of the Lord, who captured the snake like a curious child. Immediately the snake coiled over him. The Lord, as a child, then rested on the snake, and after some time, the snake went away, leaving the Lord aside. I couldn't see the screen, Mataji.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah.
Translation. The Lord caused all the ladies to chant the holy names of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on the plea of his crying, and while they chanted, the Lord would smile. Purport. In the Chaitanya Bhagavata, this pastime is described as follows. The Lord with his beautiful eyes would cry, but he would stop immediately upon hearing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When the ladies, understanding the fun of the Lord, discovered that he would cry and then stop upon hearing the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, they all took it as a clue to chant Hare Krishna as soon as the Lord cried. Thus, it became a regular function. The Lord would cry and the ladies would begin chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, clapping their hands. In this way, all the ladies of the neighboring houses would assemble in the home of Sachi Mata to join in the Sankirtana movement 24 hours a day. As long as the ladies continued to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the Lord would not cry but very pleasingly smile upon them.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji, for reading.
Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. I will stop it here. Let's see if today, I think Lalit Mohan Prabhuji was absent. He didn't come. So what we'll do, shall we practice the shlokas, Prabhuji and Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
సో ఏంటి అవి మళ్ళీ నేర్చుకున్నారా మాతాజీ? నేను అంటే 2 days రాలేదు. మళ్ళీ ఏమైనా నేర్చుకున్నారా ఆ శ్లోకాస్ అయినా అక్కడైనా?
అవే రిపీట్ చేసాం మాతాజీ, 4 శ్లోకాస్.
యా, మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేద్దాం. $34 మాతాజీ ఏం నంబర్?
1 minute మాతాజీ చూస్తున్నాను. $42, $43, $44, $45 మాతాజీ.
ఓకే, 42, 43, 44, 45.
45, సారీ మాతాజీ, నాట్ 44, 41.
41, యా.
41 to 44, 45 చేయలేదు మాతాజీ.
41, రైట్? యా. 1 ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దామా? అన్ని ఒకసారి ఒకటి చేశాక చేద్దామా?
మీ ఇష్టం మాతాజీ.
యా. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, ఒక్కొక్కటి చేద్దామా? అన్ని కలిపి చేస్తారా? హరి బోల్.
4 శ్లోకాస్ ఒకసారి చేసేద్దాం మాతాజీ.
సరే చేయండి మాతాజీ. యా, స్టార్ట్ చేయండి.
ఎస్ మాతాజీ. ఎస్ మాతాజీ. శ్రీ బ్రహ్మ సంహిత 5.41. మాయా హి యస్య జగదండ శతాని సూతే త్రైగుణ్య తద్విషయ వేద వితాయమానా సత్వావలంబి పరసత్వ విశుద్ధ సత్వం గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి. మాయా హి యస్య జగదండ శతాని సూతే త్రైగుణ్య తద్విషయ వేద వితాయమానా సత్వావలంబి పరసత్వ విశుద్ధ సత్వం గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి. శ్రీ బ్రహ్మ సంహిత 5.42. ఆనంద చిన్మయ రసాత్మతాయ మనస్సు యః ప్రాణినాం ప్రతిఫలన్ స్మరతం ఉపేత్య లీలాయితేన భువనాని జయాత్యజశ్రం గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి. ఆనంద చిన్మయ రసత్మతయా మనస్సు యః ప్రాణినాం ప్రతిఫలన్ స్మరతాం ఉపేత్య లీలాయితేన భువనాని జయాత్యజశ్రం గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి. శ్రీ బ్రహ్మ సంహిత 5.43. గోలోకనామ్ని నిజధామ్ని తలే చ తస్య దేవి మహేష హరిధామసుతేషు తేషు తే తే ప్రభావ నిచయా విహితాశ్చ యేన गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि गोलोकनाम्नि यस् माताजी गोलोकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधामसुतेषु तेषु ते ते प्रभावनिचया विहिताश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्री ब्रह्म संहिता 5.44 सृष्टिस्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छाये वयस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टतेषा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छाये वयस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्री ब्रह्म संहिता 5.45 क्षीरं यथा दधि विकार विशेष योगात् संजायते न हि तथा पृथगस्ति हेतो यः सम्भूताम् अपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधि विकार विशेष योगात् संजायते न हि तथा पृथगस्ति हेतो यः सम्भूताम् अपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस माताजी
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody would like to recite Prabhuji's and Mataji's? Raju Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Chaltara?
చదువుతాను మాతాజీ. ఎక్కడ నుంచి మాతాజీ? 41 నుంచా 42?
41. Yeah, 541.
ఓకే మాతాజీ. శ్రీ బ్రహ్మ సంహిత 5.41 మాయా యస్య జగదండ సతాని సూతే త్రైగుణ్యత విషయ వితాయమానా
తద్విషయ వేద వితాయమానా
త్రైగుణ్య
తద్విషయ వేద వితాయమానా
త్రైగుణ్య తద్విషయ వేద వితాయమానా సత్వాలంబ పరిసత్వ విశుద్ధ సత్వం సత్వావలంబి పరిసత్వ విశుద్ధ సత్వం గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి 5.42 ఆనంద చిన్మయ రసతాత్మతయా మనస్సు యప్రాణినాం ప్రతిఫలం స్మరతాముపేత్యా లీలాయితేన భువనాని జయత్యజస్రం గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి గోలోకనామ్ని నిజతామ్ని తలే చ తస్యా దేవి మహేష హరితామసుతేషు తేషు ते ते ప్రభావ నిచయా వీతాచయేన ते ప్రభావ నిచయా వీతాచయేన గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి సృష్టి స్థితి ప్రళయ సాధన శక్తి రేఖా సృష్టి స్థితి ప్రళయ సాధన శక్తి రేఖా
సృష్టి స్థితి కొంచెం గ్యాప్ ఇవ్వాలి సృష్టి స్థితి ప్రళయ సాధన శక్తి రేఖ
సృష్టి స్థితి ప్రళయ సాధన శక్తి రేఖా ఛాయే వయస్య భువనాని బిభర్తి దుర్గా ఇచ్ఛానురూపమపుమస్య చేష్టేష్టా అంతేనా మాతృ
యశ్చేష్టతే తేస
ఇచ్ఛానురూపమపి అపియస్య చేష్టేషా గోవిందమాది పురుషం తమహం భజామి ఇంకో 45 కూడా
ఉంది ప్రభు
క్షీరం యథా తది వికార విశేష యోగా సంజాయతే నహి తథా పృథగస్తి హేతో యః సంభూతం అపి తథా సముపైతి కార్యాత్ यशम्भुताम् अपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
ఇది శంభుతాం ప్రభుజీ, శంభు శివ.
यशम्भुताम् अपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात्. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ.
అది ఇక్కడ ఎట్లా అంటే పాలు పెరుగుతోని కంపేర్ చేస్తారు కదా విష్ణు శివని, అది క్షీరం పాలు, యత అలాగా, దది పెరుగు అలా. విష్ణు శివుడు ఎలా అంటే పాలల్లో పెరిగేస్తే తోడుకుంటది కదా, పెరుగు వేరే కదా, అట్లా అది ఎనాలజీ ఉంటది, అందుకే శంభు అని చెప్తుంది. యా, ఇంకెవరున్నారు? మాతాజీ కనిపిస్తుందా షేరింగ్?
నో మాతాజీ.
అవునా, ఓకే ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుందా? హరే కృష్ణ.
ఎస్ మాతాజీ.
నేను ఒకసారి చేస్తాను. కించన్ ప్రియ ప్రభుజీ, హరే కృష్ణ. హరే కృష్ణ, కించన్ ప్రియ ప్రభుజీ. కించన్ ప్రియ ప్రభుజీ. Sapan Prabhuji, would you like to recite shlokas, Prabhuji? I think you are driving.
He's driving, Mataji.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, no problem. Akinchan Priya Prabhuji. Yeah, I'll do that. Sri Brahma Samhita 5.41. Maya hi yasya jagadanda shatani sute त्रैगुण्य तद्विषय वेद वितायमाना सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वं विशुद्ध सत्त्वं गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि. आनन्द चिन्मय रसात्मया मनसु यप्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतं मुपेत्या लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यजस्रं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. गोलोकनाम्नि जदाम्नि तले च तस्या देवी महेश हरिराम सुतेषु तेषु ते प्रभाव निचया विहिताश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छाये वयस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टतेषा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. क्षीरं यथा दधि विकार विशेष योगात् संजायते नहि तथा पृथगस्ति हेतो यशम्भुतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Thank you, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji's Dandavat Pranam. We'll end the call. Okay.
Mataji, can you please be online? We would like to talk to you.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Vahamcha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Reading ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji and Matajis, for joining today's call.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Chappan.
Yeah. Just a minute, Mataji. I'm driving. So, Mataji, I'm going to Mathura the next month. So, can
Very
you
cool.
guide me like what to do, where to stay?
Oh, Madhura Prabhuji. Oh,
Yeah, Mathura.
Vrindavan also Prabhuji.
అది పక్కనే కదా, సో ఇట్స్ సేమ్ ఐ థింక్.
యా మధుర వెళ్తే బృందావన్ కూడా చూసిరండి ప్రభుజీ, బ్యూటిఫుల్ ప్లేస్.
సో అక్కడ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి చూడడానికి?
యా యాక్చువల్లీ మధురాలో కృష్ణ జన్మస్థానము అని కృష్ణ బర్త్ ప్లేస్ ఉంది ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah, sorry Mataji, can you repeat?
మధురాలో కృష్ణ పుట్టిన ప్లేస్ ఉంది ప్రభుజీ, ఇప్పుడు మనం చదువుకుంటున్నాం. యా
Okay.
పుట్టిన ప్లేస్ ఉంది అక్కడ, మెయిన్ గా మధురాలో అదే చూస్తారు. తర్వాత బృందావన్ లో టెంపుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి ప్రభుజీ, లైక్ 7 టెంపుల్స్, మెయిన్ టెంపుల్స్. మళ్ళీ తర్వాత కృష్ణుడు పాస్ట్ టైం చేసిన కాళియా ఘాట్, తర్వాత స్నాన్ ఘాట్, చీర్ ఘాట్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. కాళియా ఘాట్, కేశీ ఘాట్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. రాధాకుండు, శ్యామకుండు, అది గోవర్ధన హిల్ అలా ఉంటాయి మాతాజీ. కాకపోతే మీకు నేను ఒకరిని
వాట్సాప్ చేస్తారా మాతాజీ ఇఫ్ పాసిబుల్?
యా చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ. అంటే మీరు ఎన్ని డేస్ కోసం వెళ్తున్నారు?
4 days, 4-5 days.
4 days.
హరే కృష్ణ మాత ప్రభుజీ అండి, ప్రభుజీ సబన్ ప్రభుజీ. యాక్చువల్లీ ప్రభుజీ మీన్ బృందావన్ ధామ్కి వెళ్తే మీరు ప్రభుజీ మీన్ వి నీడ్ టు సీ, మీన్ మీరు కళ్ళతో చూడొద్దు ప్రభుజీ, చెవులతో చూడాలి. అంటే మీన్ మీరు యాక్చువల్గా ఆ పాస్ట్ టైమ్స్ గురించి అంత నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి ప్రభుజీ. మీరు జస్ట్ ఊరికే ఎట్లా మీన్ యాత్ర లాగా వెళ్తే మీన్ అదే అంటే మీకు కంప్లీట్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి ప్రభుజీ. మీరు బెటర్ ఎవరైనా మీన్ తెలిసిన వాళ్ళతో వెళ్తే బెటర్, డివోటీస్ వాళ్ళతో. ఇట్లా అంటే ఊరికి వెళ్తే మాత్రం ఏం తెలియదు ప్రభుజీ అక్కడ.
నేను అదే దానికి నేను అరేంజ్ చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ. నేను లీలానంద్ ప్రభుజీ, అనుమాతాజీ వాళ్ళని అడిగి నేను మీకు ఏమైనా అరేంజ్ చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ, చేయగలిగితే. ఓకేనా ప్రభుజీ?
ఓకే, అంటే ఎవరు మాకు తెలియదు ప్రభుజీ, ఫస్ట్ టైం.
అదే ప్రభుజీ, అందుకే అంటున్నా. అంటే మీరు యుఎస్ లో ఉంటారు కదా ప్రభుజీ?
అవును మాతాజీ.
వస్తున్నారా యాత్ర కోసం?
ఈ యాత్ర కోసం అని కాదు, లైక్ ఇండియాకి వస్తున్నాను. సో అలాగే అక్కడ కూడా ఒకసారి వెళ్తున్నాను ఫస్ట్ టైం.
వెరీ వండర్ఫుల్ ప్రభుజీ. సో మీరు 4-5 డేస్ కాబట్టి మీరు మధుర బృందావన్ అంటే మెయిన్ పార్ట్స్ చూడాలంటే నేను ఒక అడుగుతాను ప్రభుజీని, అడిగి నేను మీకు గైడ్ చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే మాతాజీ. యా అంటే బృందావన్ లో ఉంటే బెటరా లేకపోతే మథురాలో ఉంటే బెటరా అని అది ఒక డౌట్. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ఏం ప్లేసెస్ చూడాలి, ఈ రెండు నాకు చెప్తే
మధురాలో కన్నా బృందావన్ లో ఉండండి ప్రభుజీ. ఎందుకంటే మధురాలో మాక్సిమం పుట్టిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ బృందావన్ కి వెళ్ళిపోయిండ్రు కదా, సో బృందావన్ లోనే చాలా పాస్ట్ టైమ్స్ జరిగాయి. సో బృందావన్ విల్ బి నైస్ టు స్టే.
నేను రీసెర్చ్ లో ఏం చదివానంటే మథురాలో బాంకే బిహారీ టెంపుల్ ఉంది, ఇస్కాన్ టెంపుల్ ఉంది. సో అందుకని నేను అక్కడ చూసాను.
బృందావన్ లో కూడా ఇస్కాన్ టెంపుల్ ఉంది ప్రభుజీ.
బృందావన్ లో ఉంటుంది ప్రభుజీ కృష్ణ బలరాం టెంపుల్, దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫేమస్ టెంపుల్, కృష్ణ బలరాం టెంపుల్ బృందావన్.
ప్రభుపాద ఉంది, కృష్ణ బలరాం టెంపుల్. సో మీకు గైడ్ లాగా ఎవరినైనా నేను అరేంజ్ చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ, సో దట్ మీకు తెలుస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఫస్ట్ టైం కాబట్టి మీకు అన్ని తెలిస్తే బాగుంటది.
ఓకే, దట్ బి నైస్.
యా నేను మాట్లాడి మీకు అరేంజ్ చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ. ఎప్పుడు వస్తున్నారు ప్రభుజీ ఇండియాకి?
ఇండియాకి నేను ఇప్పుడు ఒక 2 weeks లో వస్తున్నాను మాతాజీ. బట్ అక్కడ మాత్రం ఐ థింక్ 22nd అనుకుంటున్నాను, 22nd to 25th అనుకుంటాను.
సో December 22nd to 25th కావాలి మీకు? Yeah, I'll try my level best Prabhuji. Okay na?
I will also check Mataji parallelly, but better go with devotees Prabhuji. Means actually గా మీరు అక్కడికి వెళ్తారంటే అసలు ఐ మీన్ దాని గురించి కంప్లీట్ గా
అంటే వాళ్ళు ఫస్ట్ టైం వస్తున్నారు కదా, సో ఫస్ట్ టైం వస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి మీకు అరేంజ్ చేస్తాను ప్రభుజీ. I'll sure. Okay, I'll definitely I'll help you whatever I can do. Okay?
Yeah, okay Mataji, thank you so much.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Dandavad.